What up, it's 2776, you know it is, get it started, y'all. Now, for those of y'all that are OGs on the channel, y'all already know, the channel started off with story times. Now, I'm like, what, let me give these guys, some insight on me, another story time real quick to help them out, So, the thing is, y'all, your boy used to play football. And, of course, as you tell by the title of this video, so this is the story of how I lost my scholarships, okay? So, let's go back to, let's say my sophomore year of high school, okay? So, mind you, I've been playing football probably since middle school. Came up into high school. I was fat at that point when I came into high school. But then, I lost the weight my freshman year. I was playing right guard, and I was outside linebacker. Then I had a position change my sophomore year when I went to fullback. So, I just want to kind of start off there. So, sophomore year, when, mind you, I played in varsity games my freshman year of high school, okay? Because at that point, I was second team defense. So, I wasn't starting, but it was a great position, to kind of learn from the guy that was starting, things like that. And, guys, I wasn't the biggest guy. I wasn't the hardest hitter or anything like that. But, like, you weren't going to run over me or nothing like that. So, fast forward sophomore year, I had a position change on offense where I was the fullback now. Now, I played in 6 of the 12 games we played my freshman year. My sophomore year of high school, I played in every single game. I was on kickoff return, punt team, onside kick. I was on all the special teams, y'all. And then with me being on varsity for defense, I didn't really get off of the field often, to be honest with you. So, I feel like I was, getting a lot of progress in football. Now, here's the thing, though, too. My sophomore year of high school, that was my head coach's last year. So when he left, his brother had left because he was a defensive coach. So now we getting pretty much a whole new coaching staff. And they change up the offense, how we work out, and man, they started taking us to camps and things like that. So I want to tell you guys too, for those of you that go to a small high school, I went to a small high school, or even if you go to a big one, man, go to these camps. That's any sport, but go to these camps, show people who you are, make a Huddle account, or even make a YouTube, post your highlights and stuff on there. There's not a such thing as overexposure when it comes to an athlete and you're trying to get your name out there, especially if your team isn't the type of team that's going deep into the playoffs or anything like that. Now, my freshman year was the furthest we ever went to the playoffs. My freshman year, we went to the second round of the playoffs. Ever since then, we never made it to the second round. So, I wanna explain that to you guys, because that's how I got on. That's how I was getting recruited, and I didn't really know I was getting recruited. So, make you a Huddle account, and then it was another thing. If I remember correctly, it was NACAR.org or some shit like that. It's like a recruiting website. Now, I didn't know I was getting recruited at that time. I would post my highlights there. Coaches would go there, like college coaches. They would go there and they would look at those highlights. So anybody that's trying to get recruited, go on that website or type something in like that. You'll find it. I'm not sure if I spelled it correctly. It's been years since I've been on there, y'all. But so, my junior year, they kind of exposed us to the camps and things like that because my previous head coach, he was an old school coach. We didn't go to no camps. You know what I'm saying? So, my junior year, the summer going into my junior year, it was me, my homeboy Tabo, and a couple more teammates. Man, we went to the MTSU camp, Middle Tennessee State University. And man, the caliber of athletes that was there, man, I realized I was already going hard, y'all. Like, they were great athletes, but the thing was, their work ethic wasn't where I thought it would be of a D1 athlete. You get what I'm saying? A lot of them, the best way for me to put it, I knew I was working harder than them. What I mean by that was, by that point of my junior year, I already knew I wanted to make it to the NFL or, go to college and play. So by that point, y'all, I was already getting up 3 o'clock in the morning to go run. It didn't matter if just after practice we just got done sprinting. I was already doing some more sprints. I was doing the extra things. You know what I'm saying? I never skipped reps in the weight room. I never skipped whenever we had to run gassers or killers or anything like that. I never skipped that stuff. I did my thing, y'all. Like I was really putting in that work. So when I saw these athletes, the only thing that I saw was, man, these guys are bigger and faster than me. That's pretty much it. It ain't because of their work ethic. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta get bigger. So I focused. I gotta get bigger and faster. So within that summer, I took my 40-yard dash time. Well, excuse me. Let's start with sophomore year. Sophomore year, I was running like a 5 flat when I first got switched to fullback. Then we went to the spread formation when the new coaches came. I became the true running back. So I was like, okay, I didn't get my speed up. So I took it from a 5 flat to a 4.7 to a 4.7 to a low 4.5. So I'm getting there. The problem that I was starting to have, though, or realize was, man, I'm just not the size of these guys. You know what I'm saying? These guys are pretty huge. They could do what I could do. They could move just as fast as me and things like that. But I'm just like, they're just bigger. So I had to work harder. I was used to working harder, but after seeing that, I had to put in another gear. So fast forward, let's say my senior year. Now, my senior year is when I'm getting recruited, but I don't know that I'm getting recruited, if that makes sense. Like, people are coming to my games, and I'm not realizing they're there for me. I'm thinking they're there for, like, I'll say, my homeboy Tabo. Tabo was fast. Tabo was fast, had good hands. He wasn't the biggest guy, but, I mean, he was consistent, However, like I said, too, like, I was the type of guy, if I was sent on a blitz and they ran the other way, I would chase that dude from behind the line of scrimmage and catch him. I was that type of guy. So, let's kind of fast forward towards the end of the season. So we were playing a school named McKenzie. Now, we were in it till about after halftime. It just went left because we had got some injuries. Starting corner got hurt. Now, mind y'all, I got switched whenever they came in. They put me at corner my junior year. So that was another reason for me to try to get my speed up and things like that. So, with me playing corner and running back, and then our other starting corner got hurt. We had a sophomore, man, he just wasn't ready for that type of pressure because this was the game that was going to get us into the playoffs. Now I ain't going to list no names, but we had a receiver that, I ain't gonna put it out there like that. All I'm gonna say is it was some things going on between the football coach and the basketball coach where I think, I hate to say it, but I think, my homeboy threw the game. I hate to say it, but I think he threw the game because he knew if we would have made the playoffs, y'all, we was gonna make a deep run because we were just that ready because we went from 2-8. And by that point, if we won that game, we won 7-3. This first time our school would ever went like 7-3 in a while. We lost the game on the way home. I'm looking at my emails, and I get an email from, I believe his name was Campbell or something. If I could find the picture, a matter of fact, if I could put up the picture on here, if not, then I didn't find a way how to put it in here. But I got a picture I got an email saying that I was getting recruited by Alderson University. Now, that was a D2 school in West Virginia. Now, or at least at that time it was, because that's 2015. So about 2015, they were a D2 school. Now, the thing about it was, this was my first offer. I didn't know I was getting recruited, you know what I'm saying? So when I saw that, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Shit, like, I'm thinking, damn, I just played my last football game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. You're like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm ready for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I'm emailing them back and things like that. And he wanted me to come to their school. Now, he wanted me to come to their school and go for a tour. Now, here's one of the things, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. If somebody was getting recruited, if they ain't got no email, if they ain't getting no invite to a camp, if they didn't get no no invitation to speak to the coaches directly, they were not getting recruited. I don't care, y'all. You got a track record. You got something to show that, that you get recruited. A lot of people say, oh, yeah, man, they wanted me to come down there. Or, yeah, man, they want, no. If they ain't got no email from none of the coaches on the coaching staff or anything like that, they ain't got folks coming to the games, bruh, they are not getting recruited. Do not believe them. A lot of folks be bullshitting out here, y'all, when it comes to these emails or, get recruited, things like that. A lot of these folks bullshit. So when I got that email, it had the date on there of when he wanted me to come. So I was like, okay, cool. Now, mind you, I play baseball too. So this was February of 2016, the first week of February. So I was supposed to leave that weekend. This was a Tuesday. I was supposed to leave that weekend to go sign. Now, here's what happened. So I was on my way to baseball practice, and it had been raining the past couple days. And so coach wanted us to still practice, so we were going to practice in the storm shelter because we didn't have like an indoor facility or anything like that. So when, I parked my car, I had my cousin and my other cousin with me because they play baseball with me as well. And so here's the thing. Right before we left from football practice, because we would still lift weights and things like that, even though it was after my senior year. The baseball coach still wanted us to lift weights with the football team, kind of, I guess, stay strong, whatever. When I left from there, I was loading up some of the equipment into my car, and my cousins were getting in. And now I see this freshman ask one of the other lower classmen, can he get a ride to the storm shelter? Now, mind you, this motherfucker ain't got nobody in his car. And he literally told him no. And I saw him shake his head no, and he pulled the fuck off. And he asked me, could he ride with me? Now, I had a bucket of baseballs, baseball bats, and my cousin and my other cousin in there with me. I literally had no room in there for him. I told him, I said, now mind you, this was like just down the street. And I told him, I said, hey, look, I said, I'll tell coach if you late, what happened. I said, but I said, I ain't got no room. I said, I'll just let coach know. I was like, okay, cool. And so I ride to to the storm shelter. I park beside the dude. I park beside his truck. And I got out the car, and I'm standing between the car, or I'm standing between the door and the car. And I said, hey man, why'd you leave him? He said, I ain't have no room. I said, bro, all you had was your bag. That's all you had. You had nothing else. I got all the equipment. What other equipment you got? You know what I'm saying? I just said, bro, just pick him up next time. He ain't got no car. And as soon as I said that, I looked to the left. One of the baseball players that was speeding, he slid in some mud, and he hit me as soon as I turned. Foul. I didn't even make sound effect, but yeah, he hit a nigga. So I didn't think it was like that bad. I'm on the windshield, and I'm looking. My cousin was in the passenger seat. I'm on the windshield looking directly at him. He looking at me, and so and I just tried to move, and I looked, and y'all, my leg was just fucked up. The best way to explain it is the pain, the throbbing, and all of that was just in my leg. I just started yelling. I don't yell for no pain or nothing like that, but y'all, that I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm screaming. It was really that bad, y'all. And so I slid myself off the windshield. I tried to stand on my leg. I couldn't even stand on it. I'm like, dude. And I'm sitting there, I'm crying, bro. I'm hurt. And then the ambulance shows up. Now I'm sitting there in my driver's seat because this is the only comfortable position that I got. But my leg is bleeding, it's swelling up. I don't know if it's broke or anything like that. But honestly, y'all, through the grace of God, man, I didn't die in that wreck because everything on the inside of the car inside of the door was pushed in except the door frame itself. And the officer that worked up there at the school with us, he was like, out of all his years, he's never seen a door frame withstand a hit like that. So go to the hospital, things like that. They kept me overnight and things like that. And what the thing was, when they took the x-ray, my leg was so swollen they couldn't see if it was fractured or broken or not. And so they was like, they're gonna keep me overnight to make sure I don't have any blood clots, or I may, they may have to cut it off. And I was just like, oh, okay. Now, y'all, mind you, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was high on the morphine, so I didn't really understand what they said. I thought they said you're going to have to cut it. When I heard that, I thought they was like, okay, they cut this part right here, everything gonna be good. No, I didn't know that they was talking about cutting off my leg. Now, y'all, they didn't have to cut off my leg, but the what had happened was, anybody that's ever went to go sign knows D2, D1, D3 doesn't offer scholarships. I think it's another level that offers scholarships. If you don't sign within signing week or within a certain time frame, you can't sign. So Town was pushing for D2. So I said, I got an email, I got a call from the coach. Hey, what happened? You were supposed to come. Now, mind you, that wreck happened on a Tuesday. I have my phone for really a week or so. Like, so it's like that Monday when I got my phone back, because I didn't want my phone. I didn't see any. Like, I was asleep most of the time. My mother would have to help me get in the shower and things like that. It's embarrassing. I mean, yeah, of course your mother just seen your shit before, but it's like, damn, I'm older now. I ain't trying to have you see. But so I told him, I said, man, I told him what happened, the wreck happened and things like that. And he flat out told me, he said, look, if you would have got hurt while you was here, I would have been able to keep you. He said, but you got hurt before you even came here and before you signed. He's like, I can't, there's nothing I could do, to keep you on a roster. We can't hold you. Because me and him have had conversations before. I was most likely going to be their starting corner. So that's how I lost that scholarship. I had another one to Hiram College that was in Ohio. That was to be running back there. I lost that scholarship as well. Like, this is why I try to tell athletes, have more to you than just your athletics. It's going to take one injury, one thing that's going to take everything away from y'all. Now, don't get me wrong. I paid attention in school, things like that. I made sure my grades were good. I had scholarships to other school for academics, so I wasn't just completely messed up in this situation. But I just want to share that story time with y'all, how I lost, my scholarships. Your boy was a real athlete out here. Man, if I go back and check them stats from when we went to Memphis, y'all, I had a 38-inch vertical. And like I said, my dash time was like a high 4 or low 4.5. Your boy was a real athlete out here. But y'all, until next time, man, this has been 27 man. I'm out. If you like the story, you got any comments or your own stories, man, you put in the comments, man. I'd love to hear them, man. Well, until next time, it's been 27 I'm out. Peace.